It's Aztecs men's basketball coach Brian Dutcher. Dutch, how are you, sir?
Great, guys. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Okay, so Judd in his update was talking about LeVar Ball, pulling LiAngelo Ball from UCLA, which eliminates LaMelo Ball from the mix as well. Not going to ask you about LeVar Ball because, my God, I pray you never have to deal with a guy like that in your coaching career. And I don't know how it works in basketball, Dutch, especially at the college level. How much involvement, because it's such an intimate group of guys. You've only got 12, 15 guys on the roster, and you got to go out and recruit their families. How much involvement once the guys at school with you, is he involved or you involved with their family?
You know, once the season starts, I'll talk to them about academics. I'll talk to them about social life with their kids, but I won't really talk a lot of basketball with them during the season because one game they might have 16 points and 8 rebounds. The next game they might have 4. And so I can't talk to them after every game. You know, at the end of the year, I'll discuss the season, you know, how I thought their kids performed and where I think they can improve and what their future might be with the Aztecs. But during the season, it's so up and down with the season, it's hard to discuss it after every game.
Dutch, I feel like something as the head coach that would be one of those duties that you would really be able to get away from because, you know, the coaches on your staff, they're doing the recruiting. They may be in the homes more or at practices or whatever is allowed to be talking to the parents. But you still do on a pretty regular basis talk to the parents of your players?
You know, I'll talk to them maybe at the start of the semester, end of a semester, talk about how I thought the semester went academically for their kids and stuff like that. Maybe talk to them about, you know, some social stuff. You know, they got to get more rest. They got to eat better, you know, some stuff like that. And just to enlist their assistance because, after all, they're their kids or their sons. And so it's they say it takes a village to raise a child. And right now I'm part of that village. And we all together try to find a way to make their experience for their son at San Diego State the best it can be.
Aztecs basketball coach Brian Dutcher on with Hardwick and Richards, coming off of that victory over Bradley on Sunday, 75-52. And you got a little extended period of rest here before you take on the Cal Bears Saturday. What are you trying to get accomplished this week?
No rest. This is the time we've been waiting for. You know, we played that 5 games in 11 days, like you said, and there's not a lot of time to practice to improve yourself. And so we've got a lot of things we can improve on. And so the next 2 days especially will be hard practice, try to get some things worked out. And then the time between Cal and Gonzaga game will be another stretch where we really are going to do some fine-tuning leading into the conference schedule.
Dutch, how's Trey Kell feeling? I know that it looked like Malik Pope may have come away from that game a couple weeks ago with the more severe injury, but Pope was back soon. Kell still has not been.
Yeah, I warmed him up at USB. And I thought he would try to go, you know, but he just came out of warm-up and said, Coach, I can't go. And then I thought, well, maybe we'll get him for Bradley. He warmed up again and just said it was not ready. And the trainers, doctors all felt he needed the time. And so I think we won't have him for 2 or 3 days this week and hopefully have him by Saturday. So these injuries, sometimes they take a course of their own. Trey's a tough kid, and he wants to play. But in his best interest in the long term of the team to have him back healthy, I've rested him.
Coach, last time we talked about kind of that fine line between pushing guys too hard on the conditioning and allowing them to rest. Where does it fall now where you've got a guy like Trey Kell who's on the injury report, Malik Pope who's right there, but you're also in a stretch where you're trying to push?
Yeah, well, you know, the guys that are hurt, you know, I can't do much with them. We do have the Ultra G treadmill where they can run at a certain percentage of their body weight, where they're not putting a lot of pounding on that, but that's not for Trey yet. Max Montana, who's come back after missing 2.5 weeks and actually got a couple game minutes in our last game, this is a big week for him to push through, try to get back some conditioning, and get his game timing back. So he will be one that will probably do extra conditioning away from the team to try to get himself back into some kind of game shape.
Dutch, we're coming out of football season here, and the Mountain West Conference overall was not strong, and I think it may have affected the Aztecs in the bowl game and where they ended up playing. The Mountain West Conference in basketball this year, how do you feel about how it could help or hinder what you're trying to accomplish at the end of the season?
You know, I think the conference is much improved, and we've got a couple of games left to show that nationally. You know, I think Fresno has a matchup with Oregon. Boise's beat Oregon. Colorado State last week beat Colorado. We've got a Pac-12 opponent, which we've got to break through against on Saturday. So there is some room to grow our resumes. We have Gonzaga coming in. So if we finish the non-conference schedule as a conference strong, then we'll have the kind of ratings and RPIs going into the conference where we could actually make some ground up. So I think the conference is doing really well. I wish Marvin Menzies and UNLV would have got Arizona last week. It was an overtime game, one I thought they could have won and should have won. I thought Marvin did a magnificent job. So the conference is better, and hopefully that will mean a difference come tournament time at the end of the season.
Coach Devin Watson, he's been a real heavy contributor this year. What does he bring to the table that opens up the floor for the rest of the guys?
He brings swagger. He thinks he's the best player on the floor, and he plays like it at times. So I thought he was a little careless in our last game. He's such a good assist-to-turnover guy. Usually 3 assists to every turnover. But he had a few turnovers against Bradley. But we wouldn't probably have won at USD. He put us on his back in the first half and then played a great second half, ended up with 26 points. So Devin's been a real contributor. He's done a great job running the team, leading the team, and hopefully that will continue as we get into January in the conference.
Dutch, I don't know why, but I envision the Dutcher family heading out into the woods and chopping down their own tree. Like you get the whole family together. I don't know if it's you carrying the axe. How do you like to go and get your Christmas tree?
What's your holiday swagger?
I'm not sure if we chopped it down at Costco or Target this year.
Does it come with lights on it?
But it's real, right, Dutch? It's a real tree?
Real tree, yes.
Oh, thank goodness.
9 foot tree, real. So we
9-footer.
So 9-footer, big tree.
Good for you. What goes on the very top?
Some kind of star, obviously. I wrapped the lights. We've already got it up. I think we did it December 1st, so got the lights wrapped, got the ornaments on, and it's up and looking great in the family room.
All right, Dutch. Judson's giving me a hard time because I got these outlets in my soffits outside of the house for Christmas lights specifically.
It's what they're for.
But I do not have Christmas lights up. Are you a lights on the outside of the house guy?
Yeah, already up. Lights on the house outside. Those went up, I think, on I don't know if they went up Saturday afternoon or probably Saturday because we played Sunday. But, yeah, outside lights are up.
You know what we've learned from this interview?
Yeah, Dutch is a better man than me.
Much better neighbor.
Full holiday mode.
Much better neighbor than the Hardwicks.
Full holiday mode.
Put me by the Dutcher family, much closer to the Hardwick family. Why? Because I can feel the holiday spirit. This guy's got a 9-foot tree. Lights are already up. You've got a fake tree, no lights.
I need to be a college basketball coach so I can fit a 9-foot tree in my house.
You need to open your wallet and have someone do it for you. You need to spend a little money.
Oh, there it is.
That's right.
There it is.
That's right. There you go. Hey, Coach, best of luck this coming week. Hope some of these guys return back and healthy and in time for your conference games coming up. But good luck this weekend against Cal.
Thanks. We will see you soon.
All right. Thanks for the time.